it in and stuff like that you listen to, but you also you seen like the consequences. The problem with this generation is they don't know the consequences till it's too late because they don't see it from the beginning. They want to talk the consequences, so they just think I'm gonna go get this fire. That's that. You don't know you want to pull that fire. That's a whole life sentence you finna get at 17, 18 years old. You ain't even thought about it. And then on top of that, like they don't do nothing with honor. That's their biggest problem. Like we was growing up, I done fought plenty of dudes. My brother went and got, or somebody went and got like, hey man, go fight this dude. But this dude was talking to my little cousin like, you ain't test your skills like that when you was young. You know what I'm saying? Like, and to me it take more hard for me to say, hey Charlie, I need my one from you, dog. I don't want a kid, but I ain't gonna sneak you in there, but I need my one.
Let me get that.
It's easy to steal somebody. That's all these new generation do. You get also somebody ain't looking, you kill them. That ain't nothing man about that. It take a man to say, you know what, I got a problem with you. Let's handle it like a man.
Yeah.
Now, ain't it just me and you, no cry. You win, I lose. Now if I lose, I want my rematch. That's how I'm built. But I was just saying though. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like the fact that I didn't steal you, I can't even like that take cold and honor. This new generation don't even know what that means. So with that, and then the music they listen to, and then the social media control everything. They strictly about gunplay. I'm talking about they ain't talking about nothing. Like we talking about we live in a generation now where they talking about smoking on it. Like they don't even respect God. They talking about smoking on it. They think that's funny. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't. That's stuff you playing with, but they think that's just something cool to do. And our generation, you never heard nobody, even if you ain't like somebody you beef when they pass away, you pay your respect. You gonna keep that to yourself. This generation, they think it funny. We smoking on such like. So it's like, you know, they ain't got no structure, man. And it's bright as they is, they don't got no structure at all. And the social media world made it worse. See, we didn't have social media, so we didn't really get fooled. We had TV shows, but they were like structured. Then you ain't gonna see certain movies like just like we used to try like HBO movies, like it was structured when we was growing up. They get to see stuff now that they don't supposed to see too early. Yeah. So they think they built for it. So you ain't certified for it at all. You never done it. Nobody showed you the ropes. But then you got access to see it. So you think it's just that easy to get out here and do it until you pull that trigger. You know what I'm saying? Now you 16 years old, your light gone. You 110 pounds going into a chain gang. Ain't never bust a grape. Like, come on, you know what the outcome gonna be.
Yeah,
but they don't know that until it's too late. And then the biggest thing is gangster. Like we had gangs growing up too. But if I ever respected somebody that was in a gang, it wasn't because of what flag they were. It's because I saw the dude official. I seen him before the game. I got cousins that I seen way before they got out. He could thump. I seen that before that. They didn't just do what I did do jump out the porch with a flag. Now they that. It's just a whole other generation, bro, and it's a whole facade. This whole new generation is led by a facade.
Wow, what you got on that, my boy?
So
I know you got
something. Go ahead.
It's up to the real big homies, man. Cause right now you let these young cat drive, and I always hear like us. We always say stuff like, "I try to stay out the Egypt's way" and all that.
That's the problem.
And a lot of times we kind of let them boys end up in like purgatory, like they're out there in the wonderland, like they just doing whatever it is on the fly. So a lot of, if we ain't, and then it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of things that come with that. Like you have the conflict with their parents. They don't talk to my son like that, and my parents getting in the way, or they ain't really trying to discipline their children. They don't want nobody else disciplining their children until they get behind the wall and they ain't got nothing to say. Yeah. When they get that Department of Correction on the back of their chest,
they don't see nothing. It's over with.
Yeah, it's over with, right?
Yeah, that was my next question to you, Tim. Was like, who is leading these guys? Is it Do the OG, the big OG, do they still exist?
But see, that's the problem. Like,
I said, who?
I'm glad that was all.
I never been in the game, but is it still structured? Like, can they just go wild and just do whatever they want to do? Like,
not controlled by the money. Because it's controlled by who got more money.
I don't know nothing about gang coaches. So.
You ain't even got to be in the game to know that,
It ain't structured like that.
It ain't structured by no respect. It's all about. If you got, they even got little homies that a dude that's older than them. You'll run with that man because he got more money. You see what I'm saying? Like when we was growing up,
you call him a little homie, big homie.
Money couldn't buy you respect. I don't care how much money you had. Ain't nobody gonna respect you because you got money. This generation, you could be a rat, snitch, pedophile, whatever you want to be. If you got a bag, they'll follow you. You know what I'm saying? Nothing, because all that, and to me, I always thought like, they live by that code MOB. But to me, I always thought that was backward. Anybody that say money, if you believe money over everything, I don't want to hang around about it. Let me know you ain't got no principle. That means no matter what you do, anything for money. That's the world we're living in. This new generation, they don't care what they do. As long as they get the bag, they don't care what they cross out, who they mess over, and all that. And that's the problem. Like, they don't really have no big OG. And the dude that they do call OG, we gotta remember, half the jitty boys, they 10 years younger than they do. We might went to school with them. Half of them, we know them boys, but they don't know that because he got money, so they think he really like that. But it's a reason y'all respect him and his peers don't. Any dude, whatever, don't care what age you will, make the clip. If you 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. If his peers don't respect him, you should know something wrong. If people that went to school with you and grew with your life don't respect you, it don't matter who under you. They don't know you like that. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with women. It go the same both ways. So it's like, you know, and it's sad. Like he was saying, like you can't sit on nobody's kid no more. But at one point, are we gonna say, okay, I'd rather bump head with your parent? Because we keep saying, well, man, I ain't gonna say nothing to him because his parent. So how long we gonna keep saying that? It's gonna get worse. Somebody gotta make a sacrifice. If it take me, you to bump heads to try to get your child from like going down the wrong road, that's what I'm willing to take. I mean, you might go ahead, you might need to get physical. But if you're gonna say that child, somebody gotta be unselfish and give up something. We can't all just be like, well, we can't send it to the parents and let that child go. Like, cause you gotta remember, your child gotta grow up in the same world that same child you let go. Just because that ain't your child, that might be the same child to take your child out. Like, I think like that. That's going to be the same kid. He's going to be in the same world your child going to be in. So somebody as old as adults and parents, you got to make a sacrifice somewhere, bro. We can't just keep washing our hands saying, well, their parents don't want to say nothing, even though it's true. You got to give up something to get something.
And the thing about that is, a lot of times we be trying to say, like, our situation be like civil. You know what I'm saying? Or we be trying to be civilized and we be, you know, like, for instance, like us, we might consider ourselves as civilized. Like, we be trying to stand on our den, you know what I mean?
Right.
Be about our business or whatever. But see, the duty of the civilized is to civilize the uncivilized.
Say that again, though.
You feel me?
Say that.
That's your duty.
Like, bring some people with you.
Yeah. That's the duty for you. If you, whatever around you, you have to make sure that if you civilize, or you consider yourself civilized, your duty is to civilize the uncivilized.
Yeah.
Right? So what we see now is what people compare to as savages. You know what I'm saying? Like they ain't got like man say so often, like they don't got no principles, they ain't got no moral.
No.
Like they really ain't standing on nothing.
Nothing but money.
You feel me? That's nothing. You feel me? The money that we stand on is fiat. It ain't backed by nothing. So we ain't standing on nothing. No principles. No, you feel me? Nothing. So if we gonna stand around and watch the people around us, you know what I mean, be uncivilized. Like they ain't even trying, like what we got going on. You feel me? Like they ain't even trying to step up to the plate. And I was talking to somebody last night, and they were saying like we gotta get to these parents. I said, yeah, we gotta get to these parents because the only way we gonna be able to communicate with their children,
get to the parent.
We gotta get to the parent. So when we was talking, and we were talking about the conference that's about to go on, Rock, and we was talking about who we targeting. I say me personally, I'm targeting people that consider themselves as influencers.
Yeah.
I'm targeting people that like to talk.
Yeah.
See, cause them the ones that gonna trickle down whatever type of mental capacity, they gonna send that down to the people that's coming up behind them.
Right.
So what they building on?
Out there, yeah. So you gonna pretty much see if they 100 or they ain't.
That's right. So my thing is, I'm targeting the influencers, and y'all bring somebody with y'all. Y'all bring some of the young folk with y'all.
Yeah.
You feel me? Y'all make sure that y'all express this. So everybody who I pass out my flyers to, and hey, look here. I feel like you supposed to be somebody with some kind of type of stature.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. You out here like you talking about something. So let's do this. You feel me? Let's talk about something.
Big fact.
Yeah, so we got this whole situation going on. Now I want to see who gonna get up and try to reel these young boys in. Cause the first thing you got to do is, like, if you look at it, these young boys are like the body. You feel me?
Yeah, they the motor.
They the body. But if you kill the head, what happens to the body?
They die right with it.
You feel me?
That's why I said who leading them.
So you can live with your heart not beating, but you can't live without no brain activity.
Yeah, you did.
You feel me? You ain't never seen nobody go out and say, let me get a brain transfusion or change brains and all that time. Nah, you can get pacemakers and all that to maintain that heart,
Right.
right? But for that, when that brain dies,
It's over with.
it's over with. You
Right,
feel me?
yeah.
And like,
So the adults, like the people like us, we are considered what you would say as the head. The young folk, that's the body. That's the convenient field.
yep.
So you got all these clowns and
Leading.
all that leading these. So just like the scripture said, the blind lead the blind, everybody gonna fall in the ditch.
That's what we living at.
Yeah. So right now, what we seeing is the blind leading the blind.
Man, what's worse is that the jits don't see the, and I'm more pissed at the elder, I'm gonna say like the older cats.
The elders. Now you gotta make sure you distinguish between elders and elders.
Okay, not I ain't gonna say that not our elders, like let's say our grandparents.
No,
I'm talking-
I mean,
okay, I'm
yeah.
gonna just say 30 and up. I feel like I'm more pissed.
If you older than, if somebody, not to cut your wisdom, but if somebody older than you,
Well, they
they are
young.
considered your elder.
Right.
But you have to make sure that you say elder, because an elder should be somebody that has some type of stature. Who is trying to? And older is, I'm older than y'all,
Right.
right? But am I standing for something
Right.
that can make me be seen as an elder?
Yeah, what
Right.
type of mind
I agree.
frame?
Yeah, so that's why I said that.
You could be 30 with a 15-year-old mentality.
Yeah, but see that, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like as our peers, you know what I'm saying. Like, and then go back to the first episode we had. Man, like a lot of people don't want to be the bad guy or the elephant in the room. So you ain't gonna say nothing to this dude because you went to school with him, you grew up with him, you got money, whatever. But you know these kids following these dudes, and you know what they doing is wrong. I ain't saying you can't judge nobody. But when you see these kids following these dudes, you know they're going down the wrong path, and you turn the other cheek, talking about you minding your business. I can't respect that. Now,
respect that.
if me and you fall out, if me and you fall out because you leaving the child wrong, so be it. That's he don't know no better. I'll take that bullet. Okay, he innocent. Now, if you wrong in doing that, okay, cool. You know better, but these kids, 11, 12, 13, already hollering this gang. If you from any neighborhood, street, whatever you want to call it, I ain't met one dude yet, and I put this on everything I love, and I'm from West Street. Can't tell me I ain't seen it all. I can't name one dude that did that, that's living how I want to live, or that said, yo, you know what, that's like I want to live. Now, one on that did that is living like that, it's that's not glorious. So you let these kids do it, like you just more of a sucker to me. You know what I'm saying? For me not sitting under no child, I can't make no child do nothing. But for me not to say nothing, and I know what that's gonna lead to, what that make me? If I say, well, that ain't my child. You know what I'm saying? And that's and then these the dude they following though.
So basically,
That's kind of productive though. You feel me? Like to the people that's controlling the little narrative of whatever we call gang culture.
Yeah.
And ain't no way you gonna have a gang where you gonna be in here, you feel me, uplifting everything that's around you.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta have some fall guys. So it kind of productive. So even to be affiliated in these type of situations, it's kind of like, you know, damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They really just like leaving the middleman. It'd be like from here, middleman, the rest of y'all the fall guys.
And the fall guy nowadays is what? It's the jits.
It's the jits.
But what the crazy part is, they don't know they fall guy.
No, they think they the man.
But the cats older than them that been there or that seen that, they're the ones I'm talking about. Like you know this dude from the wreck out. You already know this. But you gonna make them think it's cool until, you know what I'm saying, until they get that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, at some point as a community, you gotta start holding these dudes' feet to the fire, man. Like, I don't care how long I've been knowing you, where you from. I don't care about none of that. It's not even personal. I don't gotta have nothing personal against you. If I see you misleading a child or telling a child to do something wrong, and I know it's wrong, I'm gonna tell that child I maybe can't make him do nothing he don't want to do, but I'm gonna at least give him an opportunity by telling him the truth. Hey man, no, you know that ain't what you need to do. But however I feel, especially if I know this dude personally, he ain't built like that. And I tell you, he ain't built like that. Go ahead and wipe that whole life, because these kids really believe it. And don't let them have a bag. The older cats got a bag, they believe everything they say. You might think of yesterday, this what I mean by like following, just misleading the kid. I ain't even gonna say no name, but I just saw somebody yesterday I know is a certified rat. Dude I grew up, a younger cat grew up with, he just following behind him. He don't even know to do the whole rap. See what I'm saying? But the age gap is way different. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the younger cat think, this is my big homie, your big homie a duck. You don't even know it. And half these kids, they follow like that, because he get money with them. So let's see, I'm getting the bag. But not realizing this, he leave you now, even if you live in the street life, he putting your harm's way by, he a certified informant. You don't even know your homework on him. And the majority of kids, they don't care to do homework on older dudes, because one, we all impressionable when you're younger. You look up the cats older than you, for one. And then two, if they got some money, nowadays in this generation, they don't even care to check no background. No, so we was growing up, I didn't check your background, because I knew somebody that knew you. Like when I first met Tim, I'd have to hang around him every day to get some kind of background on him. Yeah. I got a brother that, you know what I'm saying, went to school with him, or cousin, you know what I'm saying, like, I had official proof to say, okay, well, and I would ask people, is something like that? So the ones when I got old, I realized, bro, you ain't like that. Because the people that your peers already told me you ain't like that. Now I ain't talking about that, I'm talking about people that did what you did. So I know, and then when I got older, but this, you gotta realize we live in a generation now where these kids, they don't have that. So all they have is the TV, social media, and the bag. But that's what I mean, I just seen that just last night. You know what I'm saying? But the jit he don't even know that. Now, I ain't had a chance to talk to him, but I'm gonna pull him to the side and tell him. Now, after you do that, that's on you. But it's like, we ain't got no guidance, man. We gotta sacrifice to get these kids, man.
So what it sound like,
Coach, what's up, man?
What it sound like is there are a lack of elders in the way you describe it, and the way that you define as an elder. When I was younger, the first time I watched the movie South Central, my daddy was kind of getting me to understand it. So you remember when whatever they call him, the smack man, made OG hit the whatever it was, the dust or whatever it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
Remember they went back when they went back to shoot him or whatever. My daddy was like, that's supposed to be his boy, his man. Why he ain't kill him?
Yep.
He said he got OG to do it. He said, but they ain't supposed to be the man, so they tied him up, they killed him. You know, OG. Mm-hmm. His fingerprints on the gun, he get locked up.
Oh, OG Bobby Johnson.
Yeah, OG. So
he get a child.
Yeah.
So when OG gets locked up, he's still repping Deuce's gang. Yeah. Then come to find out, he got little OG robbing these people for their car stereo.
Right.
And paying them penny.
So, kind of what you saying, how these, I'm gonna say these older guys with the bag preying on these These jits, you know, they getting them to do stuff that they want to do, like you said, they ain't built like that. So they using these jits because they got the bag, so they following them. So get back to the South Central story. So he using his son like my daddy, like he stepped there, like he narrated to me. He's like, look, he got this is boy, but he got his son out here robbing people for car stereos. He got his son shot.
Yep.
He got his son in the boys' home. But this your man though.
That's your man.
But this your man though. So it sounds like it's the same thing going on now with these young cats. They giving these kids these guns.
Yep.
These kids don't know nothing about guns. They gullible as ever, naive as ever, don't know nothing.
They put a bat on their back.
And hey, you can get this, do this, and they recognize because they still got that young man mentality. So my conclusion to what y'all saying is we have a lack of elders.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody really guiding people.
I agree.
Like Tim said, when he was out there, he was doing what he was doing. Man, you don't get from around.
You couldn't be out there like
Oh, it's too late. It's too late. You need to be in the house.
You couldn't be
Don't
out
you
there.
got school? Don't you got school tomorrow?
And they were gonna run you off. If you did, you already have a kid that went against the grain that just ain't gonna listen. But for the most part, you couldn't just come stand up there and go,
Even when I was younger,
you like that, just stand up here like you on the block.
this ain't no place for you to be.
Like you know something about
This ain't no place for you to be right now. When I was growing up at CT and my cousin and my pops, they was up there. They call it the hill. They was hustling up like at this spot. They'd say, get what you gonna get from up here. Like get from up here like right now. You don't need to be around this.
Yep.
This ain't no place for no child. Instead of doing that, it's like they putting them on. So they adding to what he's saying we need civilization. They making these kids uncivilized because they bring them in. They let them stay right up there. Hey, this what I'm doing right here. Copy me.
Yep.
Instead of saying it's a complete opposite from how it was. Go home.
Yep.
Go play where the kids at. Get from by me. This ain't no place for you. Now they teaching them.
Yep.
And we already talk about what you're influenced by. You influenced by what you see.
Yep.
So you thinking, and like Doc was saying, we went to breakfast. They influenced by what they see. So if they around it every day, they gonna gravitate to it. They gonna pick it up. They gonna start doing it. So this is another lost childhood because we have a lack of elders.
Yeah.
And like they say, the best way to stay out of stuff is stay out of stuff. Yeah.
That one single thing I keep going back to, like, I don't care about being uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't, like, especially when I go into the internet, I don't care about being uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't care. I mean, it might be some parents, you know, just like Becky said, there might be some parents that, you know, they want to fly back. Okay, I mean, it is what it is. They're like, I know that. You know what I'm saying? My kids and, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all kids got to go out in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Every day, go to school and interact with these kids, these same kids that we trying to reach. They got to want to interact with them every day.
Right.
So, I don't bother me about I'm good with it. I said, okay, yeah, I'm not gonna put myself in a situation where, you know what I'm saying, like, we're gonna have to do what we gotta hear, nothing like that, but I'm going, if your child is out in the streets in the building, you know what I'm saying, like we talk about trying to get this walk together, like that's gotta happen.
Yeah.
Like, if we run into your kid on the basketball court, you know, they gonna listen to what I gotta say, you know what I'm saying, like, I want them to hear what I gotta say, not that they got it, but I want them to hear what I gotta say.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't like, if you can't appreciate somebody, you know what I'm saying, outside of yourself, trying to give your kid some type of game, it's something on you as a parent.
Right. Exactly.
Big
It's something
man.
wrong with you as a parent.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got, like it's something really, like you can't sit back and think that in this world it needs to get back to a point where at every point that a person's child goes to, that they should be able to get something positive whatever point they go to. If they're not getting that positive where they're going to, why are you allowing your child to go in that spot? Why are you okay with your child going to that place? You know what I'm saying? Like it's negative all around, so why not be encouraging somebody who is trying to take time out of their day to try to encourage your child?
Right.
So that's why I think like I'm not gonna sit here and say, well, nobody can talk to my child. That's crazy.
Right.
You know, if you're trying to give my child a game, then you gotta talk to him.
Definitely,
what I'm
right.
saying? Like in the those parents who feel like nobody can tell them there's something wrong with you.
Majority of parents like that nowadays too. Can't know what to say nothing to their child,
Right.
but they didn't want you to support them when they get in trouble.
Something definitely wrong with you if you don't, if somebody can share something with my child that I ain't familiar with or I may be ignorant to, if you can give my child some game for free,
Please do.
man, say that, yeah, how do you do? Now, the sad and the crazy thing about it now in the world that we living in, we don't know who be, you know what I mean, out here talking to our children and all that. And that's how it be getting twisted.
Right.
That's how the whole situation, cause now, with the world got so many different type of characteristics going on now, like you don't know who is who no more. Like you said, when you start talking about the rats and all that, today, in today's time, ain't nowhere in the world I'll get in the game.
For what?
You gotta be a stupid fool. You feel me? Like, listen, I'm saying, like, cause you don't know now, like, at least back then,
You was built something.
you had a little something you can rock out with, like everybody, not, like nowadays, man, these cats, tell you they told.
Yeah. Big fat.
And then they'll come back and get their work. Like they'll be the one with the work.
Yeah.
So how you gonna cop from the nigga that you know telling? You feel me? How long you think you gonna last out here on the block? So it'll take an act of Congress, man, for me to even consider. You know what I mean? Like that's dead, bro.
Man.
The whole game done been manipulated. Like,
It's stepped on.
yeah, like it's straight. This that straight goddamn flam, man. Ain't no ammunition no more. When we was out here and our little small circle that we had, we understood what was going on in here. Everybody was on the same playing field. Situation was what it was. Yeah, you could probably say that.
And you know you
Tim
were running
was
with
the
it.
one that my name was the one that everybody heard, but my whole crew was on the same level. Like wasn't nobody in here no bigger than the next person. Like everybody eat the same thing. We do what we do. We all of us go out together. That's what we did. Like we wasn't nobody out here. Yeah, my name was the one you heard first because my name was the one that been in the most stuff. You know what I mean? But at the same time, everybody that I used to fool with everybody was on the same level, man. We were doing what we did together, and we enjoyed our stuff.
So Tim, go back to that question I had earlier. Where these kids getting these big guns from? Cause they getting these guns ain't regular guns. Well, I know if you got records and you that young, you cannot go nowhere. You cannot go nowhere and purchase.
I know that's where they getting from.
A gun. I got one. I only got mine. They ran my information. I had to come back, get approved, had to sign some all that. They're not going through this process. They're younger than me for one. A lot of these cats got records, so they can't go purchase one either. So I'm saying, you in between the ages 13 and I'm gonna say 19. Like I said, I'm gonna say around high school. How are these kids? All of them shooting.
Yeah.
Ain't no fighting going on right now. All of them, they on guns with their tight pants. Can't even put the gun in the pants, but you can see, you can see it hanging out in the stendo. You can see it, like you can see it hanging out. They can't even pull it out. But so I'm trying to figure out where they getting these guns from.
My boy Mary said he knows exactly where they get them from. Let's see what he's talking about. You know?
Well, one, I mean, a lot of these kids, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these kids break out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them scoping, a lot of like military people, like a lot of these kids breaking in. You gotta think.
True, I know.
If you're 13 to 21 breaking in somebody's house,
Not to cut you off, I know a couple that I'm being caught doing that. So I know a few like close to people we know that have been caught breaking the house. But go ahead. So
So ask yourself this, if you, let's say 11, they younger than that, let's say 11 to 21. If you break it in the houses nowadays, what you think 11-year-old, what is he gonna get out of the house? Now you got the song that's like the regular, just petty steal. But I'm talking about the one that's making a living on breaking somebody's house. Like they breaking them people out getting guns, cause that's how they get their money. It sounds crazy, okay, I ain't got no money, or whatever situation. So I bring it to a house, let's go by, they got some guns. If I get the gun, now because them young boys, they doing a whole lot of robbery too. You can't rob nobody without no fire. You sure can't go to the pawn shop and buy nothing. Like you said, you can't register and buy nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So they breaking their houses, getting a gun, and they rob it. You know what I'm saying? And if they ain't getting them, they getting they older cousin, somebody to get it for them. And these silly dudes doing it because they getting paid to go get it for them. We know it's illegal. They don't care if you get caught with that fed time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm telling you. And the sad part is, all of them got illegal guns.
So you
how
saying
13 with an AR? Like, come on, man.
So you saying these ignorant dudes around here buying guns for minors?
Yeah, giving it to them.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them breaking it, like you robbing it and you bringing it back to them and stuff like that. So like any jit that's breaking the house nowadays, they breaking. That's how they get their gun. Like a lot of them military people, they get their house broken into the most.
Yeah.
The most. They ain't breaking into like regular people house. You might break somebody out. When the last time you heard do somebody breaking into a regular car to get a radio? Don't nobody use radios no more. That's why they breaking them stuff where they can accumulate money. Okay, I get this. Okay, he in the military, he got a couple guns. I get these guns. Now I can stick somebody and get some money. That's what the majority of them getting it from. Like, you know what I'm saying? They ain't got no money to get them. Now we talking about 21, 22. The money they is getting, they paying other people to like go get these illegal guns. Like, it's easy to get them. Like, talking about like, I mean, we 11 to 12 people had, and back then when you had them big guns, but 11 to 12 homeboys at 9s, 40s, 22. We talking about we in 5th grade. So it's a 5th grade, you got pistol. Like, it's easy to get them now, but now they more sensible than they were then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm saying they way more sensible nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Because we know they.
People got some big guns now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, like, I done seen it. Like, I had the hell ain't no 7 little boy too long. He 16. He boy got an AR. But I said, boy, you get caught with that, boy, you know how long you finna get? 16. You can't even drive yet.
That's the thing, right?
That's what they need it for. Like, what you got this big ass gun for, bro? What you finna do with this? Like for what?
But and the thing about it is, like, in their generation, what I will say is, like, it's almost like you can't not have one in their generation because everybody got one.
Yeah.
Even the brokers, from 11 to from 13 to 21, the scariest one at least got a 30. You know that. You walk anywhere, you see him all the time. What's up, Beyond? Like, he ain't got $10 in his pocket, but he got a whole 30.
I was say one of y'all just talking about it. Got asking you for some money.
It's just crazy. I'm like, he 13, 14 with 30. You ain't got. I don't know how you got it.
He got $10 in his pocket.
But you stole it.
But you got that scrap.
But that scrap, that is his money. Cause you gonna sooner or later, bro. You broke with 5. Come on, we both know how. You finna stick somebody else sooner or later. Now I don't know who you gonna stick up different, but you finna try.
But the crazy thing about it is, like when me and Ty was talking earlier today, and I'm gonna go on a different level when it comes down to them guns being got. Like I showed him an article in the newspaper where in Chicago they were finding crates of guns in the alleyways in Chicago. Hey, baby, and trains getting robbed for train cars. So they were saying now that people are robbing trains, and this is where they get their guns from. Because you got to think about it. Where in the world would you get a military assault weapon in Austin? And like everybody got one. This ain't like a few. Like back in the days, a few people had, like my boy Roger Wing on the west side, he has a gun. But you know who got to fight back then. Now,
Everybody got it.
everybody got Dracos and mini Dracos and ARs and red beams and they got they got silencers and they got Uzis with like what? Where y'all get these guns from? You feel me? Like what in the world could you possibly like? These are literally military assault weapons. Like the Draco is a gun that come from Saudi Arabia somewhere. How y'all get it?
Yeah.
That ain't no American-made gun. Like, what is you talking about?
You sure ain't bought it.
Now I read the article. They started calling where you said they was finding the guns in the alleys.
Right.
They started calling Chicago Chirac.
Chirac.
Because those were the weapons they use over there.
Yeah,
them boy
that's where they get that name from, Chirac. When Chicago was wild, cause it ain't even over. They
still wild.
While they over there shooting up everything, that's where Chicago get the name Chirac from. They was literally finding crates and crates and crates and crates of guns in the alleyways. In Los Angeles, they have been robbing train cars. So my thing is, how do you know exactly what train car to rob?
It's inside job.
That got guns in it.
It's the $1 million question.
Yeah.
The
And
million
then in Waycross, Georgia, a train got hijacked for guns. A train. So every day you see these trains, they stopping on these tracks. See, Valdosta, but Valdosta ain't jumped on board yet. Right? But all these dang people are just trains just stopping in the middle of the neighborhoods.
So you saying they got information somewhere?
Somewhere. Like how you know this train got guns in it?
Yeah, how you know it's on this train coming through?
Yeah, how you know, like it's a train. Like you see train, they got wood, they got cars, they got tankers. How you know this particular rail car
Loaded with pistols.
is loaded with guns? Like,
That's big business too.
I didn't even know they meant what.
right. You see what I'm saying? So now this is a newspaper article that I read. I sent it to Tati. I sent it to you, man. This is a real newspaper article that I read, and it was saying how these trains are being robbed for guns. Like all type of guns. And so now it's another situation that I told Tati about. I don't feel like I should discuss on the live, but anybody get at me, we can talk about it off the live.
Right.
But it's a lot of ways that we might not be familiar with as civilized citizens that's trying to walk the straight and narrow.
Right.
But it's stuff that's going on right before our eye, it hit like in plain sight. Like you be looking at it and you don't know what you're looking at.
If you ain't in that world no more.
Yeah.
In that chain.
You feel me? So people are actually, this man just told me that he saw a 12-year-old or 11-year-old child with a 30-round clip to let him get $5. What he said?
$10.
$10. How you can afford a stendo? Yeah, how you can afford that? You feel me?
Try to let you know they ain't. I let you know how
How
you
you
get
can
them.
afford a gun with a 30-round clip, but you ain't got $10 to your name?
Let's see what Ben said. He got these
So
folks.
EPMD, check the sun.
These folks, is that what Tim said? But also what Med said. They stealing them, they robbing them, and these dummies getting it from them. Like
I don't see no man. Like, what you mean when you say getting it from? Like
they go and get the gun. Or they already got the gun.
They gotta be stupid.
Some of them are missing.
But see, like he said, somebody do Tim say that. You know, like he was just saying, some of these dudes ain't got the heart to do what some of these younger kids will do.
You don't care because they
Right, but
I give you a rap to go do this.
Right, but if you buy a gun for them, where you buying it from? Like if you buying it hot,
You can buy it. That's what I'm saying.
That's why I'm gonna get through it.
Yeah, that's it. Cause
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out. Ain't no dude gonna go to Academy Sports and the
No.
gun
They
shop. So,
Nah.
but you know, nowadays whoever selling the gun don't got no specific person that he gonna sell the gun to. Anybody can get it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't care.
Yeah, you don't
And
care.
it's hot.
As long as you got that money.
And it's hot anyway. Trying to get rid of it anyway. It's hard.
As long as you got that money, I don't care who got it. And so now, and then these young
They getting the gun. I don't know what's on it.
Yeah,
Body on it. A robbery.
That one don't even know what a throwaway be. That one don't even throw the throwaway away. They keep it.
So you getting guns now that the people using in Iraq.
And that's how they rap about this generation now. Like,
Yeah, you got guns like military assault weapons and violence.
I ain't seen nothing like it. So many. That's what I'm like. What
Like everybody got extendo. They got 100-round clips, man. They got these what the little thing now they can put on your gun and make it keep shooting? The switch.
yeah, oh yeah, but they definitely on switch.
These young boys got the switches where you can put it on the gun and the gun won't stop shooting.
Not to the last.
Where you get that from, man?
Yeah.
Come on, my boy, be honest. Where y'all get this from?
And they walk around with sticking out too.
They got switches, bro.
Tight pan with
And they got it. That's another
And then
thing.
you can carry now, and nobody don't know if they licensed or not. So you can't even ask the children, are they licensed to carry no more? So now you can carry when you want to, but these cats got stuff that the police ain't got.
Or that police, only the police got.
My fool.
These boys got switches, man.
Yeah.
Police ain't got no switches.
Yeah, I'm boy him, boy. And they gonna bust it too.
They busting.
Broad daylight, I don't care where
They
they
don't
go.
know.
Y'all seen the situation in Florida, where the boy killed 3 people in Orlando this weekend. He killed three people in Pine Hills in Orlando.
That's a dangerous area down there.
He killed 3 people, right? Left and came back and shot the news broadcast. You saw that?
No.
That's a whole nother level.
Don't put me on the news.
That man left, got away. Yeah. That nigga left and came back and shot the news reporter.
Yeah, he definitely wanted to be legendary.
Because she was the one covering the story.
Right.
And we came back and knocked her off.
You can't,
Shot
yeah.
her. That's crazy.
Man, that man left and came back and shot the news reporter. They just happened this weekend in Orlando.
Well, they do call it Warlando.
Then we had what we had here last night. Like I said, I told my daughter, you ain't gotta worry about no more parties.
What type of,
But-
you gotta think, what type of mind that these cats got right now, that the first thing, like, it's just kill a nigga.
Yeah, like they
ain't no
ain't no in between.
in between. It's from 0
100.
to 100 instantaneously. You don't think about it.
And then the reason, like, when we was growing up, like, when people got in the gunplay, we was growing up, it had to be like, if I jumped on the dude, okay, he probably gonna come back shoot. This generation, they get into a disagreement on Facebook.
Saying it's over.
Everything on Facebook and all. But the majority of beef come from the internet. It don't even be like hands on. It be who you talking to? It be Facebook statuses, Instagram, TikTok. And they really be pulling up and shooting out over social media.
I'm saying it's an argument because they ain't right.
Drop the location.
And like, they be like, them young, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. Them young boys, they scared, but they wild. I was talking about anybody born from about 94 on up.
They ain't playing no game.
They out that way, boy. Them boys chopper told them, boy. Them boys ain't shooting us the 30s and I'm talking about, bro, they got clips like
drums.
What?
These boys got drums, man.
You see one every day.
These
Bro,
boys
like, and they told them, I ain't talking about like,
They getting younger and younger.
they told them.
And then the governor say it's okay to carry.
Yeah. You see them tight pants walking around?
Green light.
Let's go to killing me. They said since that law came out, Georgia became
That was the worst thing they could have did for the Georgia.
the most violent crimes in the United States of America, man.
I knew that as soon as they passed that law when you can choke. Oh,
and the most violent crimes in the United States since that law got passed.
But see, we gotta take situations like this right here. Just like you know what I'm saying, you got numbers. Just like you were just talking about. Like we gotta take these numbers, these statistics, like when we go.
Look at my little homie, man. Sorry to hear about your little brother, your big brother, my boy. Lil Kari, man, that's his brother, Jaquise, who passed away. Well, they found dead, man. That's a little homie right there, man.
R.I.P.
my condolences.
Condolences to you and your family, man. Your daddy, your mom, your little sister, man. Salute you, man. Sorry to hear that, man. I'ma see you though. Go ahead, Rob.
But like that's we gotta use these situations, these types of situations like this. You know what I'm saying? Like everything been going on that we close to, that we know about. You know what I'm saying? This is how we gonna approach it. You like you gotta find it. You gotta find it. You gotta get the right words in there. But also we gotta bring these statistics, gotta bring these numbers and let them know that look, this is what happened. Like we can't sugarcoat that. Like we gotta go in and let them know, like, look, this is what's going on. Yeah. This is what's happening. You know what I'm saying? And if you look at this or look at a certain type of lifestyle, you become, you know what I'm saying, you become infatuated with that, you like it, you know what I'm saying? You see money, you see rims, you see, you know what I'm saying, you listen to music and things like that. Yeah, okay, you listen to it and you move on. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be influenced by this. Be influenced by these people. Be influenced by these kids that you see get scholarships and graduate and get, you know what I'm saying, like, and doing good things, get accepted by, you know, 3, 4 different colleges, 10 different colleges, whatever. These are the things that you're supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, looking out or following out.
Right.
You can't follow out for the students, you know what I'm saying? You gotta let them know what's going on, but at the same time, this is the way I think that we can at least reach them. Because like the day we was at the park, and when I was playing, I was telling them like what was going on and where you're gonna end up at. And when we ended up at, where I ended up at, you know what I'm saying, as a consequence of my accident and the way I was living in the streets, then they charged me drop. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta use these unfortunate circumstances, you know what I'm saying? And it's sad that you gotta take that, you know what I'm saying, if you live it, because it hurts.
Right.
It hurts. But you got to bring it home. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I'm saying? Hey, do you want to be a citizen? Do you want to be, you know what I'm saying? Do you want your mom crying and going to your funeral? You know what I'm saying? Do you want your mom, do you want your parents? You know what I'm saying? Like Papa told my head, like I've been through. You know what I'm saying? Hugging your mama from a jail cell. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. That hurts.
Hugging on your mama from a jail cell.
For real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, my mama walked away from me and I'm sitting there looking and the guard coming to get me and going back to my cell, that hurt.
Yeah.
But I gotta bring that home to the on myself. I said, okay, where we been?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That for me to leave my mama standing in the yard, my mom, my wife, my sister, that time, for me to leave them standing in the yard for tears in their eyes, I gotta concern myself me. That ain't cool.
Yeah.
So these are the things we got. These are the things I'm gonna bring to the plate that when I talk to them, and anytime I talk to any young cat I talk to, I know you. If I know you outside, you know what I'm saying, you're not doing what we're doing. This is what I'm bringing to you. These are the consequences that I had to deal with.
Yeah.
You ain't got to deal with the consequences. You know what I'm saying? This is what's got to be brought home. This is what we started.
And see,
we ain't gonna make the same all of them, but this is what we started right up to me.
And see, the crazy thing about that, Rock, is the fact that a lot of times everybody be showing them the good side. You look at these rap stars on Instagram and Facebook and all that, they showing you the stacks of money and all that, but they ain't showing you on the other side where, you know, niggas laying in puddles of blood and your mama can't save you, your daddy can't save you. Once you get that jacket, say Department of Corrections,
Go
you no longer get to call your mom, and your mama can't say nothing.
You ain't never, ain't no grown man enough.
Yeah, so now they ain't telling you about the fact that when cats come home with scars across their face when somebody done ran that razor across their face. You see, people ain't talking about all that stuff. They just telling you how cool it is to get this money on this side. But they don't tell you about it's a flip side to everything. Like, it's two sides to this, man. It's cool, like the song said, cool when they do it, but it's a problem when I do it. You feel me? So ain't no use of us sitting around here playing and sugarcoating, cause these girls right here, you ain't never coming home, my G. And half of them is using them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They ain't just told them no more. They actually using them.
And they itching for a reason to use them.
Man, they can't wait. You feel me? Like the first thing they said, I'm gonna burn him.
Yep.
Like ain't no I'm gonna slam in the mouth or.
But with one little argument,
I'm gonna burn me a cat. So
you got to argue like that. You can let that wrong.
Yeah. So Ty said they don't have any real guidance and don't know how to deal with conflict or adversity.
Yeah, they got no maturity. They think anytime you think violence is the answer to everything, that's probably two things. One, you got a lot of growing up to do. You ain't matured at all.
Yeah.
And two, you got no structure. You don't value life. Like everything ain't done with. You can tell if there's no logic. Anybody that operate like that, they got no logic or no compassion. And when they do, it'd be after the fact. But like, if that's always your answer to everything, you just ready to kill.
And you know the great thing, I was sitting around thinking about this. I don't know if y'all agree with this or not, but I know me and Rock and Ned, all that shit hang out. I don't know the Tyree from the hood, from the streets. I don't know him. From the streets, I don't know him.
I wasn't in no streets.
Don't do my boy like that.
I wasn't in no streets.
I know
I wasn't in no streets.
Hey, so listen, I be sitting back thinking to myself, right? Like, how could a person possibly know that you're gonna get 100 years and still do it? Like, you know, like, these cats is killing people and getting caught the same day. Look at the dude that killed T Dirt over there. The man was hiding in the leave. He hiding in the garbage can.
Crazy.
He watched too many movies,
Yeah,
man.
like what you thought you was gonna do?
He watched too many movies. But it's like, man said life ain't precious. Like, they don't value life. They don't care. They play Russian roulette with their life.
Man,
they ain't thinking about no consequences or nothing. They gonna do it. Like I said, they gonna do it. They ain't thinking about what's gonna happen after I do it, or what problems you might have after you take a life.
So they don't think no further than the rest in front of them. You know, they're like, we growing up, like, you know what I mean? But like, I don't understand how y'all think these dudes, whatever, it ain't about no game. Whatever you claim your big homie, whatever, OG, whatever. I never understood how you can follow somebody that don't give you the whole parameter of the game. Like, that's one thing I can say. I was blessed to go around people that gave me the entire nucleus of no matter what I was going to do. If I was going to hustle, my daddy showed me when I was 11 years old exactly how to hustle, what to do, what don't do. If you're going to gamble, do what you don't do. Like, he showed me the ins and outs, like, not the good part, okay, but you got to watch for this. Like, if you're going to teach somebody something, teach them everything. Now the choice will be on you. But the problem nowadays is like, they don't teach these kids nothing. These kids don't think no further than what they see. And like my homeboy told me the other day, my homeboy Ma, he's two things he could have told me. He said, well, two things you can never take back in life. Your word, when you pull that trigger. Them two things there, you never get them back. Once you say them words, you can't take that back.
Yes, I do.
Once you bust that fire, that bullet ain't going back in that chamber. And the sad part about it, these kids going into a whole world where they don't got no clue. I just seen, I don't know if y'all seen the dude, I forgot who he robbed. I think he robbed a wide receiver or something like that. The boy from the Packers, Jerry Fisher, whatever he was.
Oh yeah, Jerry.
Man, they get that boy 43 years.
Yeah.
Now, up until the judge gave that sentence, you could, and it wasn't even funny, you could see the light just fell out of it. like 40. It made me get chills. And I'm watching 43 years. Like,
43
come on, bro. Like, your life, you better off. Like, it's no man. That'll make you go insane. But then they giving out life sentence. They giving out more time than people live nowadays.
Way more time.
It's over.
You feel me? He got 43 years. It just fell out, and they get what they did. Yoked right on up to the bike. So now, whatever you did that for, that's what I'm saying. Like, these G's, they don't understand everything you do come with consequences. You know what I'm saying? That's why I tell people that's the problem with everything in this new world. Like, everybody want to play both sides of the fence. It's like, you can't be half. My daddy taught me you all the way with something or you ain't. I just told somebody that other day, we had a discussion about people telling us stuff and saying like, what he did is no room to tell it. Telling is telling. If you ain't built for whatever you gonna do, you know what I'm saying, let it be. But that's the world we're living in. Telling like it's no principle to nothing no more. To me personally, I would never do nothing if I couldn't take the consequences that come with it. Period. But nowadays it's so much this right here, everything in the middle, now you can do what you want to do. And they don't care, no?
Like we said, so where do you start?
I ain't gonna say the elder, but the oldest. Well, older people. Yeah, like we gotta start. Somebody gotta sacrifice. So I know everybody don't want to be the bad guy.
Bring it back in, right?
But
so Tim, where do you start? Or is it too little, too late?
It ain't never too
It
late.
ain't never too late.
Okay.
But, you gotta start like immediate. Like, you feel me? Like you can't sit around and keep talking all day about getting no results, man, and expecting to get no results now. But the first thing, like, what you have to do is, make sure that you moving how you practicing what you preaching and all that.
You gotta be what you say.
You can't be out here pump faking and, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be out here talking to the young folk, man, you gotta really be cause you ain't gotta be no street dude to be able to communicate with these cats.
You gotta be real.
I don't never go back to the hood talking about, I'm from over here and I used to do this and that. They be like, who is this?
Yeah.
These young cats. These cats don't know me, but other cats be like, boy, you don't know. You feel me? I be like, shit, don't tell them that.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But people be saying, oh, that's such and such. You feel me?
Mm.
And that's how, because I don't never even try to move in that old light. You know what I'm saying?
Because that'll bring that kind of energy towards you.
Yeah, because then I'm going to have to do what I got to do. Because somebody going to want to see what that's about.
Yeah.
So the first thing we got to do is, make sure that whatever that is, what we talking about, that's how we move.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And then you got to approach the one that want to be saved. You feel me? And let the one that want to be saved, that's where you get that each one teach one type of energy from. When you get that each one teach one energy,
Then you can make movement.
yeah, you can grab one, and the one that you grab gonna grab one.
Yep. So
And then you put the whole world ain't on your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? But if we don't start grabbing the one that we can grab,
it's gonna get worse.
the other ones, cause that low hanging fruit gonna look good to them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's right there.
It's tiny.
Yeah. So the stuff that we talking, like, that's difficult. That stuff we talking, that's hard to do. Like, to say no to drugs.
It's right
Like,
there.
everybody out here is doing drugs. It's hard to say no to drugs. Like, so for people to see you and Toddy, y'all boys clean. Like, man, I ain't with that. Why y'all ain't, so y'all don't get high?
Yeah.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So what you saying, my boy, we ain't gonna get high? So the best thing we can do is try to get to the ones that we can reach.
Yep. And then it starts a snowball effect.
And yeah, let that be the reason why somebody get affected by it. Got to come infectious through you. Like, you got to be the change
Right.
that you want to see. So imagine, what's up, Cuban Key? imagine us coming from where we came from, doing stuff that we do, and now being in the place where we at right now, where we saying, hey, boy, we got to try to figure out a way to save somebody's life, like,
Facts.
you know what I mean? Like, who life can I touch? Like, what can I do to help the next person, child, succeed or get past this madness that's out here?
And I gotta say this, we are the examples of saying it's okay to go to school, get your education.
Ty, send me a request, man.
It's okay to go to school, get your education, you get a degree, you get you a house, move away.
That's crazy, because me and Taylor Hill was talking, they've been here some years ago, that me and Taylor Hill was talking. And I was telling, and because I had made a post saying, y'all keep saying going to penitentiary, getting shot, stabbed, and beat up, or beating somebody up in the street, y'all say that's gangster. And I used to say, nah, that ain't gangster. I said gangster is living in these neighborhoods and graduating from high school, going to college, getting a degree, now that's gangster, because you can live out here with us and still make it out and not get totally consumed by the hood. You feel me? Yeah. So a lot of times, a lot of people get that twisted, like, you can live out here in the hood and still, that hood's gonna consume you.
And I think those are the examples they need to see. Man, you can make money without hustling.
Send me a request.
You don't need to show nobody you got a gun.
Welcome Black, Rock.
That don't make you, people don't look up to you for that. People look at you like you tripping.
Yeah.
And you walk around these tight with your gun, man, these folks looking at you like you tripping. Like you.
So imagine now, think about this. Imagine if you just take me for instance, I can only speak for myself. Imagine if I was anything like I was 20 years ago or 25 years ago or whatever. And somebody walk up by me with a scrap hanging out. I'm gonna snatch that scrap out. Now what you doing? I might go up top on you.
You gonna show?
Yeah. Nah, then me. Nah, what you gonna do if we done been in a situation where a person you might be finna sell somebody to fire and you don't sell them a clip.
Yep.
I ain't giving you no clip, nigga. For, you feel me? Empty this out.
Yep.
I'll give you an empty clip. I ain't gonna give you no loaded clip.
You might shut it over.
You might turn around and, you feel me?
Yeah.
So I feel uncomfortable when people be around me with that fire like that, cause I don't be knowing what's on y'all mental. Like I be nervous.
Yep.
Yeah. So even back then, yeah, we had guns. Yeah. But we wasn't out here just shooting people for nothing.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody had guns.
Yeah, take yourself.
Yeah. But the thing was, nowadays, cats walking around with that, and see, we had cats that was thorough. Like, these cats playing.
Yeah.
Like, if me and my peoples, whoever I'm with, you standing by me with a fire, be like, I'm gonna get this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna snatch your whole, I done snatch people pockets off their pants trying to snatch the wallet out.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm snatching the whole rip pants off trying to, you feel me? So y'all tell me that it's okay that you can walk around with these dang clips hanging all the way out. Man, I'm finna, you get around a bunch of cats that I came up with.
You getting strong on it.
Man, we finna strong on it.
That's a threat. They don't know what you gonna do with that.
I don't know what your motive is.
Yeah, you just walk around
on
that.
top of that, they ain't but 110 pounds.
Man,
And you can't hit on top of that.
So that's the thing, like nowadays, it's okay for people to be standing around you with the motion. You know what I mean? It's okay for people to have the fire.
That's exactly right. And the only time I ever gonna stand around somebody got fire is if they with me and I brought them with me. But even then, you ain't gonna see it. They ain't gonna be standing around and stuff. Everybody hanging around got fire. You'll never see it. let them shots go off. You know got it in.
That's when you know the fire.
But ain't when you stand around like they be doing, like, yeah, just look what I got on my shirt. Same thing with flashing money. You never say I would never flash no money. I raised like that's ignorant to me.
You got a lot of gold around here.
Nigga, oh, I'm gonna wear that though. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I haven't seen it here. But when I was in Atlanta, man, I used to go to my dad. That was amazing to me. Like I thought the other day when I'm like, I asked him like, what do y'all get? What do y'all get now? They walk around bang. They ain't talking about no $200-300. They walk around with bang. Like I'm like, what is the purpose? Like, what is
That's the cool thing. That's
asking to get robbed. When they gonna rob you, show me you got the money. I'm broke too. I gotta eat.
Yeah.
And you walk around with these bags and my stomach hurt.
Asking to get robbed.
You asking to get
what I'm
robbed.
saying, like, have one, like, that's the dumbest thing you can do, but
I'm like, if I was that type of person, you know, like I wasn't on that.
Right.
Don't let you do what you do. Somebody else can do what you know what I'm saying? It does take mentality. Well, I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, even back home in my hometown, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your brother's stomach hurt. You know what I'm saying? Or they family needs something. You saying walk around with all this money on you. You somebody been knocking in your head. You walk around like this is comfortable and cool.
Right.
that's a badge of honor in their generation. Though. It's cool to flash. You know? And their generation, that's what I mean by no structure. They don't believe in nothing structure. Everything they do is wild. Like they don't believe in, like we was growing up. I remember people that I never knew had that kind of money growing up. You would never know they got. Y'all gonna have to flash people like the one that I had older kid had a lot of money until I got older. I'm like, damn, man, you know he holding like that. You would never know just regular shirt ad.
Yeah.
It makes sense though. Why am I flashing? I'm living illegally already.
Right.
I'm asking to get locked up. I ain't gonna do that.
Put a target on your back.
Yeah, same thing with like the money. My dad's talking to like, so I don't understand. But this generation, everything that's not structured, it's cool. If you illegally get money, you want everybody knowing. You gonna post it on your Instagram, your Snap, your Facebook, and then as soon as you get robbed, as soon as you go to jail, then you say, well, man, they telling on me. You know what I mean? This generation, like, y'all can't hold water like this. In this generation, I hate to say it, attention is they drug. Like we was growing up, people had drugs, but attention is they drug. They do anything. Say, look at me. They do anything for life.
They want to be seen.
No, I'm saying they don't care about having a plan. When I was growing up, cats that were hustling, they be like, yeah, man, don't do this, what I'm doing. I'm doing this to start a business, blah blah blah. If you want to take their money, go legit. These cats nowadays, they'll run across. They run about 50, 60, 100 bands, and all you got to show for it is some pictures, couple likes, and you're on the road. I never understood the logic in that, but that's what I'm saying. Like you jumped out here, but it's just like jumping in water. You might know how to swim in pool water. That don't mean you jump heads out on a boat in the lake. It ain't gonna be the same kind of swim. You think it is till you get in that water and realize it's shit kind of different.
It's gonna bring you down.
So it's the same thing they do with the, you know what I'm saying, the flashing, the guns. Like we grew up, ain't nobody home with ever flash no pistol. You know what I mean? If you don't know we got them, then cool, you don't gotta know. But we don't go around, ain't nobody go around saying, hey man, look what I got. You ain't got guns to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? So pop, oh man, they don't. But like this generation, they ride around with the Dracos on their lap. 30s like pants this tight, can't even see the whole cow on there. You see that whole 30 club still now. And then this generation was like they very gullible and easy influence. And then another thing in this generation though, they think they the first. They think they the first to do everything.
You about to get them.
But what they really think is, for some reason, they think everybody's scared of them. Like I was saying, they think that they got you show a clip like that make everybody scared of you. Like he was saying how you get strong. I think people get strong on.
Strong.
Because if you come around me, if I was you reach for it, I'm reaching for that. You got to shoot me. I'm not gonna let you pull out and shoot me.
They gonna be able to pull it out their pants.
Yeah.
It's gonna take them a minute to get it out.
Like,
by the time they get it out, you already up on them.
Yeah. I seen it. I'm gonna see y'all the video before we go. Dude ran up on the dude with a Draco. Skinny dude, probably about 130. Big swole dude, guess they had beef. He pulled up. Everybody ran. So the big dude, big swole dude, everybody ran. He ran with the Draco. He was gonna try to hit him with it. I just thought Little was gonna do this because he ran with it. Dude just, man, took the Draco, knocked him out with the Draco, stood on top of it, right to Alabama, knocked him out, took the pistol, and went in his pocket, strong on him. And then he didn't kill him. He should have killed him. He said, and he my Draco. The nigga, now that's what I mean by like, you thought that man was gonna run because you had that pistol. That man took the pistol, knocked him out, went in his pocket, took all his money, and took the Draco with him and left him on the ground, knocked out.
Man, I seen him do it.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? I was like,
And I just saw, I was looking up those articles today. I saw that a dude in Atlanta was at a Quick Trip. He was going in to rob the store, and the ground was wet, and the nigga slipped and fell. Well, he had robbed the store, I guess he was leaving. And he slipped and fell and cracked his head on the floor and got knocked off like that. He done robbed the store,
and fell.
slipped and fell, cracked his head on the ground.
They ain't put their wet floor sign down for the rob.
He done got knocked off.
Slippery and wet. They ain't put the wet floor sign.
Rock. Good talking to you, Tyson.
Yeah, Rock, what's happening? Tyson, what's up?
Alright.
See y'all
Next time Tuesday, man. Listen,
man.
Tuesday, man. Be ready.
Tune in. We back at it.
man. Listen.
Black at it.
This free game.
Free game.
Peace.
Peace.